Terence Spence, rooting him on. You know, I just like to support, you know, fighters in his own right.
I feel like Errol, even though, you know, we haven't seen him in, what, 3 years now, I think he still has more than enough to beat Tim.
I told him to his face.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But
isn't being delayed by money, weight, or contracts at all, but by a game that both sides allegedly know how to play. Stay with me, because the deeper you look into the Devin Haney versus Gervonta Tank Davis saga, the stranger it starts to feel. And just when you think you've figured out who's holding everything up,
it's in fluid movement. That's what he's giving you. Like, he's not in an actual fight. It's like, I could tell immediately who's been around the sport, as opposed to.
This is what I don't understand, why people take it so hurtful. When we in like England and places like that, overseas, like they tell you, and it's okay, like, hey, you're a great fighter, but I think he's gonna win.
Yeah.
Afterwards, it's all cool. It's just a opinion that they have on one fight.
The entire story flips upside down. Everybody keeps yelling, "Sign the contract." Everybody keeps pointing fingers. Everybody keeps acting like one side is ready while the other is running. But what if that's exactly what both sides want you to believe? Allegedly. Because the internet has gone into detective mode after Bill Haney once again turned the heat all the way up, practically daring Tank to sign and making it sound like the paperwork is sitting there waiting. Sounds simple, right? Wrong. Because within minutes, the conversation wasn't about boxing anymore. It became a battle over power, image, leverage, and who really controls the narrative before a single punch is thrown.
I heard Errol Spence doesn't drink anymore, which is also a plus. He settled that down, and looks like the weight melted off him. He looks very lean, very focused, as he should be, because really it's a crossroads fight for him and Tszyu. Tszyu has taken some losses, been stopped by Fundora, by Murtazaev. So this is kind of must-win territory for both fighters.
And this is where it gets wild. Tank wasn't exactly backing down either. Instead, he fired back with his own version of the story, making it clear that if this mega fight happens, he believes the terms have to reflect who the bigger attraction is. Suddenly, the contract wasn't just a contract, it became a trophy. Fans immediately split into two camps, with one side screaming, "Just sign it," while the other answered.
And you look, he got a little bit of sweat, a little bit of sheen to him. Working with Ronnie Shields, legendary trainer. His back looking brolic. Got some snap to the punches. Yeah, we working. I love it. I love what I'm seeing. Look, in shape. This look like old school Errol, I'm telling you. It look, I mean, obviously he's older, right? He's no longer in his 20s, but I mean, look at it. Look at his back. So
why would the A side give away leverage? And before anyone could catch their breath, fake breaking news. Social media detectives claimed they had already solved the mystery. Except 5 minutes later, another wave of fans completely flipped the script, arguing the opposite. That's when you realize something fascinating is happening. Every interview, every tweet, every podcast clip, every reaction video somehow becomes another chapter in the same ongoing story. Coincidence?
Brother to me. He's somebody that I have a lot of respect for, his fight game, how he approached the fights, and just how he's carried himself. And again, he's made mistakes and he's open about that. But, you know, we've been talking for 3 years, off and on, checking on him, you know, he reaching out to me, the whole nine. And so there's a comfortability there, and there's also a respect level there. So when we sit down a lot of times on the Art of War, man, went back home and got into his family and became a better family man and spent more time with his kids, allowed his body to heal, his mind to heal, and he started making some tough decisions about, do I want to come back or not come back? You don't wait 3 years to start making excuses, right? And I'm seeing these YouTubers now, right? And I don't know what to call y'all. I don't know what to call y'all. Y'all not media. To me, y'all are, and not all of y'all, because there's some guys that are YouTubers that are building a platform, Roy, and they trying to just, get some motion and just build what they do, and they doing a great job. And I don't have no names off the top of my head, but I've seen guys and I'm like, man.
Maybe. Brilliant promotion? Possibly. And viewers cannot stop watching. Bill Haney keeps repeating that Devin wants the biggest names. Tank remains at the top of the conversation. The message sounds straightforward, but online speculation immediately transformed that into something much bigger. Suddenly, fans weren't asking whether the fight should happen. They were asking whether both camps were strategically building anticipation one headline at a time. Allegedly, of course. Then another twist landed.
There's a lot that needs to change, but you can't change a lot in a couple of months. So I'm just trying to, change a few of the little important things I think that need to be changed. It's going to make him better on the day and, give him less opportunity to...
I didn't get touched. And it ended nice and early.
Errol Spence called you disrespectful on a podcast this week. Do you have any response to those comments?
Nah, that's all right. He talks it up and whatever. It is what it is. I'm not getting into that talk shit type of smack anymore. It's I'm just here to cause pain.
Shakur Stevens said this week that he hopes Spence beats you up. What do you make of those comments as well?
It's another one, another hater. What can you say? I actually like Shakur Stevenson, but I do rate Tank Davis better. So.
Bill suggested Team Haney wasn't interested in hiding behind complicated restrictions or unnecessary conditions, framing the situation as, let's simply make the fight. Sounds like the pressure shifted instantly, except did it? Because supporters of Tank immediately pushed back online, saying negotiations for blockbuster fights are never that simple. And just like that, the conversation transformed yet again. It wasn't about courage anymore, it was about leverage. It wasn't about confidence, it was about business. And somehow, every answer created 3 new questions. Fake breaking news. Internet comments.
Terence Crawford, you was falling down, you couldn't even take the shots after the car thing, you know what I'm saying? How well, are you damaging your body? I don't know, we will see when he fights. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No, I mean, people are excited for it, but in the same time, a lot of people say that Errol Spence is in a different league than a Tim Tszyu. But Tim Tszyu, I mean...
Tim Tszyu can fight, and Tim Tszyu's in a good league, too. He ain't in a bad league. Tim Tszyu can fight.
There you go.
But I think that what they're trying to do is if they can beat Tim Tszyu, they're going to go after, what's the talk?
Haters suddenly declared, the real fight has already started. Relax. That wasn't an official announcement. It was simply the latest fan theory exploding across social media. But here's why people keep buying into these theories. Every time one side speaks, the other responds. Every response creates another headline. Every headline creates another debate. Every debate makes the actual fight feel even bigger. If this was planned as a promotional chess match, which nobody has confirmed, it would be working almost perfectly. Then came another moment that had fans talking. Roy Jones Jr. stepped into the conversation with technical analysis instead of emotional trash talk, reminding everyone why this matchup is so fascinating stylistically. Suddenly, the conversation wasn't just about personalities anymore.
In Australia, we got the return of Errol Spence, going to be fighting Tim Tszyu. I mean, what do you think about that, his comeback?
Man, is he all the way ready? I mean...
Looking good, strong. He's working with Rodney Shields right now.
Okay, but is he really? He's strong hitting the bag and stuff. But what about receiving?
The receipts, yeah, I don't know.
What about the receipts? How's his body gonna take the receipts? And we see how good look getting hit. I mean, hitting. What about getting hit back?
Yep, this ain't a bodybuilding show.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Some people really believe in Spence in this fight. I mean, actually, Robert Garcia is kind of insinuating similar things that you're saying. You know,
Yeah.
is he really?
It became boxing IQ versus explosive power, precision versus timing, distance versus danger. That's when casual fans started paying attention again, because even people tired of social media drama couldn't ignore how compelling the styles looked on paper. But don't get too comfortable, because here's another twist. Every time someone praises Devin's movement, another fan instantly counters with Tank's knockout ability. Every time someone calls Tank unstoppable, another clip appears highlighting Devin's discipline. It's like the internet refuses to let either man gain permanent momentum.
Yeah, 3 years, maybe 2 years. That's a good fight for him to come back, because Tszyu is also not at his prime anymore. He's been hurt, he's been knocked out. So that's actually a pretty good matchup for a return. It's also a good matchup for Tim. If he beats Errol Spence,
big name,
he gets another shot at something bigger. So that's a good matchup for both, actually. But he's going to Australia, so that's a little iffy there.
No, plus when you travel that far, it takes a long time to adjust to the weather, the food, the time. Yeah,
it could be a little tricky, but
The scorecard changes every single day. One interview changes everything, until the next interview changes everything again. And that's exactly why this rivalry refuses to cool down. Then the online conversations took another turn as older interviews resurfaced. Fans began comparing past comments with present comments, searching for hidden meanings that may not even exist. Suddenly, ordinary quotes were being treated like puzzle pieces. Did someone change their stance? Was that statement aimed at somebody specific? Or are fans connecting dots that were never meant to connect? Nobody knows for certain, but the speculation machine refuses to stop spinning.
A good fight. It ain't a tune-up, but it's, you know what I'm saying? It's a good little fight for him. Man been out 3 years. Tszyu been active. Former world champion. He ain't going to get nobody we don't know. I can't do nothing but salute him, take my hat off for him, and see how he go to work. I think he gonna be fine. He looked like he's in good shape. He ain't look all out of shape. He looked like, he looked good. He looked mentally all there. And I mean, shit, them little 3 years, like I said, I told him as soon as it happened, I said, okay, he had other stuff going on, other stuff going on. That was a 5-year accumulation, a lot of stuff he did going through the rigmaroles with Bud, trying to figure out if they was gonna fight and building up his...
Breaking news. A rumor spread across comment sections claiming the fight announcement was closer than ever. Before excitement exploded, people quickly pointed out there was no official confirmation. Still, the rumor itself generated thousands of reactions within hours. That's the power of this rivalry. Even speculation becomes entertainment. Even silence becomes news. And here's where the plot thickens again. Bill continues emphasizing opportunity. Tank continues projecting confidence. Neither side appears interested in sounding uncertain. And that confidence creates its own mystery, because fans naturally ask, if both believe they'll win, what's the final missing piece? Is it timing? Is it business? Is it strategy? Or is the suspense itself becoming too valuable to rush? Online theories keep multiplying. Some viewers insist the buildup is creating an even bigger event. Others argue every delay only increases frustration. Both sides somehow believe they're winning the public debate. Strange, isn't it? Then social media threw another curveball. Old rivalries, potential future opponents, and previous negotiations all started getting dragged into the conversation. Suddenly names like Shakur Stevenson, Jaron Ennis, Ryan Garcia, and Conor Benn were being discussed alongside Haney and Tank again. Not because anything official had changed, but because fans were trying to predict the next move before it happened. Every possibility became another storyline. Every rumor became another thumbnail. Every opinion became another viral clip. And somehow the center of the storm kept returning to the exact same question. Tank or Devin? Devin or Tank?
Tszyu trying to shake his hand, and he's like, nah, I'm not shaking your hand. I've been hearing you talking shit, talking about you're going to retire me and all that. Did you see the clip?
No, I didn't see that. When they was in the hallway?
Yeah.
Don't pull it up, Neil. It's good. They was in the hallway?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's what Tszyu supposed to say. You know, so I don't understand why everybody getting upset by stuff they supposed to say. You know, that's what you're supposed to say. You're my, but it's still, you know, we still, you know, you know, you my peer. You know, you still a fellow fighter. You know, so I wouldn't take none of that stuff so seriously like that. You know, who give a fuck? He said he gonna retire me. Okay, we gonna see when I beat his ass. Who cares? He said he gonna. All right. I'm gonna end him. He already been almost in there. I'm gonna put him out for real. That's Errol Spence, you know. Right back. Okay, he said I'm gonna tell. Let's see. And you know, he thought Beckham beat his ass. Wait till I beat his ass. You know, you just hit him back. You know, all that. You know, but whatever it is, you know, I don't really get into none of that stuff. I don't even care. Like I think they too sensitive, for real.
What do you think about the fight being at a catch weight of 158?
Oh, it ain't gonna be at 54? Oh. But, you know, like I say, it's just the kid just going to get his feet wet. You know, he going back into the ring. That's it. So it don't matter. He really was a middleweight anyway. You know, so 58, that's middleweight. It's not junior middleweight. You know, the limit is 54. So it's a good fight. Tszyu, I'm sure he had to lose a lot of weight to make weight too. So good little fight. Can't wait to see the fight. You know, Errol Spence carrying the torch. You know, everybody want to see what he gonna do. Most anticipation in a long time. So I just want to see the fight. So, you know, I'm wishing the best. You know, it don't really move me.
You almost start forgetting how long people have wanted this matchup because every new chapter makes it feel brand new again. Then comes perhaps the biggest twist of all. What if nobody is actually losing this public battle? Think about it. The audience stays engaged. Every interview trends, every response gets analyzed. Every debate fills comment sections. Whether you support Devin or Tank, you're probably still watching every update. That's what makes this rivalry feel larger than boxing itself. It has become a weekly drama where every episode ends with another cliffhanger. Allegedly, everybody wants the fight, but everybody also benefits from keeping fans guessing until the perfect moment arrives. That's speculation, not fact, but you can understand why so many people believe it. Fake breaking news. Fans online suddenly declared somebody had won the press conference before the press conference even exists. Ridiculous? Absolutely. Entertaining? Without question. Because perception has become almost as important as performance. One confident quote can dominate headlines for days. One viral clip can completely reshape public opinion overnight. And just when you think the momentum belongs to one fighter, the other fires back with another interview, another statement, another reminder that nothing is settled yet. That constant tug of war keeps pulling everyone back into the story. And here's the final twist that nobody seems able to agree on. Maybe the real mystery isn't who would win inside the ring. Maybe the real mystery is why this rivalry keeps growing even before contracts are officially finalized. Maybe every headline, every reaction, every podcast appearance, every social media exchange is unintentionally, or perhaps strategically, building one of boxing's most anticipated matchups. We don't know. Nobody outside the negotiations truly knows. But one thing is impossible to ignore. The conversation refuses to disappear. Every week, the debate gets louder. Every month, expectations get higher. Every new comment creates another avalanche of theories. So, when that opening bell finally rings, if it does, will it settle the argument once and for all?